13, and DJ's answered right back with his own birdies at 12 and 13 to stay in front by one.
Yeah, we're seeing such excellent golf here. That's what we expected. That's what we love to see. And even when a player struggles off the tee, these guys find ways to shoot good scores. That's what good players do. They don't only score well when they're hitting it well. This game is about score. You know, you look at some of the greats through the years, Phil Mickelson, the Hall of Famer. I mean, he finds ways to turn an 8 green in regulation into 5 under par. And that's what great players do. And these guys are doing that today.
Yeah, and right now, look, we've had a 64 on the board. Certainly, McIlroy's got a chance with the birdie here to match that. If he could somehow get something on in that par 5 and manage to play his way onto that green and give himself an eagle try, he could be working on a 63. So low scoring at top. But right now, DJ, Rahm, JT, and McIlroy have kind of separated themselves from a lot of players in the pack so far to Friday, Bill.
Well, John Rahm, you called his tee shot, guys, here at 14, and it stayed in the fairway down the left side. So now you've got a downhill lie to an elevated green. He's got 195 yards. And the flag on this Friday, 25 up and 5 from the left. But coming off back-to-back birdies, and he wants to keep the momentum going here. The Spaniard settles in over the golf ball. Bright sunshine here on this Friday. In Atlanta, holds the follow-through. And that ball lands in the middle of the green, releases. That's just fine. That's a nice safe play by John Rahm. Hole high right inside 20 feet. He'll have another look for birdie. Can he make it 3 in a row?
You know, I love Bill Rosinski's description there of what was facing John Rahm. Downhill lie to an uphill green. And the one other thing we need to add, it's one of only 2 greens. This green slopes away from you. That throws in one more wrinkle. That's why Justin Thomas's ball went all the way over the green.
Up 1 hole now to Doug Bell.
Justin Thomas with honors here at the par 3 15th, 150 yards away. Downhill, you got to cross water. Coming off a spectacular birdie at 14. JT with a pre-shot waggle, looks at the club, now puts it behind the ball, and the swing. Moving that from his left to right, appears to be on a very good line. Lands just behind the hole, then hops out, and he'll have a really good look outside 16 feet for Justin Thomas, looking to go back-to-back here at 15.
And back to 14 and Bill Rosinski.
Contact made by Dustin Johnson, his second, 183 his number, and that's another nice play, just like John Rahm. Similar situation. Now, he was hitting from the first cut of rough, but downhill lie, elevated green, but that's nicely on the putting surface, outside 20 feet. He'll have a long birdie try here at number 14. DJ 12 under, Rahm 11 as they come up to the 14th green.
That's going to show up statistically as the...
Have you dreamt about going to the Players' Championship and seeing the world's best golfers take on iconic TPC Sawgrass? Enter the Golf Breaks by PGA Tour sweepstakes, and that dream could become a reality. Golf Breaks by PGA Tour is offering the chance for 2 people to go to the Players next March, including 3 nights accommodation with Saturday and Sunday passes to the tournament. Enter at theplayers.com/contest. You could be watching the best players in the world at TPC Sawgrass. Enter today at theplayers.com/contest.
Here we go. 125 began. 30 will make it here. Only 1 will be crowned champion. 3 weeks of FedEx Cup playoffs. Comes down to this. Don't blink. History is made here. The Tour Championship for the FedEx Cup. The PGA Tour's ultimate prize.
Here at the 14th green, Dustin Johnson has been stalked out. This is 22 feet. A little different angle than DJ, but should move to the right a little bit. Putting through his shadow. This to tie for the lead and looking for 3 birdies in a row. One more glance at the club. Putt is on the way. Inside 5 feet, he stood up, and that's because he's going to miss it left. He had an inkling that he had played it too far outside left, and he had done just that. That'll be a tap-in par, and then John Rahm will be 11 under.
That's a little bit of a tricky spot because this green from the right front middle to the as it runs diagonally, works away from the fairway, goes away from you. That this hole is so far to the left that those players are actually putting back uphill against the slope coming off the fringe, and they both really came up short. So I'm sure they're not unhappy with making 4 here, and they're going to head to the little par 3, which is going to get their full attention. But it's probably playing today as easy as it could possibly play at 150 yards and no wind to speak of.
McIlroy finishing up at 18, the par 5, Mark Carnevale.
At the par 5 18 from a good lie in the bunker, Rory McIlroy has 66 feet to a back right hole location. The green is elevated above him, and there's a little ridge some 10 feet short of the hole. McIlroy splashes it out, lands it short of that ridge, chases up there, and then continues to roll, and that's going to be inside 5 feet for Rory McIlroy for a closing birdie. That would be 3 birdies in a row, and for McIlroy to post 9 under par.
Yeah, that was a very good bunker shot, and he's got a straight uphill putt coming up, and excellent chance to get out of here at 64.
Yeah, new dad's about to shoot a pretty good round to start things off. Exactly what he was hoping for coming in. That's going to be for a 64 to match the low round of the day, and I'd say a perfect start, what he was hoping for this week for McIlroy to try to become the first player ever to repeat back-to-back years as FedEx Cup champion. Carney?
Well, no matter whether this birdie putt here at 18 goes in, Rory McIlroy should be pleased with his round today. But this 5-footer is away up to the cup and right over the front lip. Birdie here at the 18th takes Rory McIlroy to 9 under par. Birdied his final 3 holes. Got to be a great start for McIlroy.
Well, it's a great start. It's just exactly what he needed. And as you look at the stat sheet, he is 4th in strokes gained putting today. And when you get Rory McIlroy on a course like this, as good as he drives the ball and hits the ball, and you get him putting well, he's going to be a hard combination to beat. They just posted after the 1 putt on 18, he now moved to 3rd in strokes gained putting.
Well, and no one's birdied 3 in a row coming in there today until McIlroy just did it to make up a little more ground, Bill Rosinski.
And John Rahm is on the tee here at the par 3 15th. He and Adam Hayes, his caddy, are discussing a little bit of the breeze that they're feeling here. Hitting them in the face, but it's really not much of anything.
About a 140 number then.
You can hear that conversation as Hayes pulls away, and now Rahm ready to go. This is a par 3, 150 yards, and the flag today 5 up, 4 from the right. And this peninsula green sticks out there, so water around the left, right, and then right in front of it. So where this hole is today, you got to make sure you take it over the flag. Rahm makes contact, holds the follow through, and that lands hole high left. That's a good shot. That's hole high. The flag is on the right side of the green, so outside 20 feet, John Rahm will have that for birdie.
Yeah, that's been a very popular spot there with that little hole just enticing you with only wedges for these guys to go right at it. But the better part of Valor's play out to the left, a lot more green to shoot at. And the way he's putting, he's got to feel like he's got a great chance to make birdie there.
Yeah, and DJ, this is a good shot shape for him. Loves to hit that little cut, front right hole location, see how aggressive he wants to be with a 9-iron, Bill.
Yeah, been a strange round. Got off to a good start, made some nice up and downs, then couldn't find a fairway and making a few bogeys. Here's the tee shot here at 15, and that is inside of John Rahm, safely left of the flag. And he's also outside 20 feet for birdie. So DJ minus 12, Rahm minus 11 as they play the par 3 15th here at Eastlake.
Yeah, going with that little extra club 9-iron, able to kind of knock it down with a cut, easier to cut it, and he's in a great chance, too, to make birdie.
DJ caught by Rahm, still in front though, caught a couple of times in fact. DJ with a 1-shot lead, cut in half so far today, 2 up to start this playoff finale, and now 1 up on a Friday. Dustin Johnson 12 under. We continue PGA Tour radio coverage, opening round at Eastlake and the Tour Championship. This week, as the PGA Tour season has ended for the entirety of the FedEx Cup playoff era at the Tour Championship in Atlanta Eastlake Golf Club. Atlanta, the capital of Georgia, has been since 1868. Augusta was once the capital of Georgia back in the early days when the state was founded. The government operated out of Savannah, then Augusta, Louisville, and Midgeville, and then finally Atlanta, now the state capital, and has been for a while, certainly is the home to the finale for the FedEx Cup playoffs, and it's been a treat so far today. Mark McCumber alongside Tour champion, 10-time winner on the PGA Tour, where we've had all these big names who really, Mark, have been battling throughout the entirety, certainly of this return to golf, and many of them battling atop the leaderboard today, with Dustin Johnson right now with a one-shot edge on Jon Rahm, down to you, Bill, at 15.
Well, let's see if Jon Rahm can roll in another long one here. He's done it a couple of times on this back nine. This is 23 feet. We're at the par 3 15th. And across this green from left to right. He's had some really good, I like the speed, the tempo he's had here on the back nine with the flat stick. Ball is on its way, closing to the hole, inside 3, inside 2. How about inside the cup? Jon Rahm pours that one in, and he's a dozen deep.
Wow, I'm telling you what, this is a young man, just 25 years old, has risen to number 1 in the world. Not right now, but he's gotten there before. He's number 2. Number 2 in the FedEx Cup standing. I mean, that dramatic win last week. Powerful, good driver of the ball, and boy, can he putt. That is an amazing display. 3 lengthy putts in the last 4 holes.
I mean, Dustin Johnson must see Jon Rahm making putts in his sleep. The way it's been the last few days, that huge, unlikely bomb from 66 feet that he made to win last week at the BMW Championship. And certainly here in the back nine now, he's been making the putts. And for a third time today, we are tied up. And it seems like every time Jon Rahm's made one, Mark, that Dustin Johnson has responded and made one right on top of it. He's got a great look here.
Well, Earl, if they were on the highway, it's like the guy is running up against your bumper and you tap your brakes to back him off. He's got to accelerate to get away from Jon Rahm. Tapping his brakes isn't going to help him, Bill.
Well, he and Austin, his brother, have been studying this one. 17 feet here at the par 3 15th. This is again across the green from left to right. Should turn a little bit to his right. This one is down to the cup. Good pace to the cup. That's in the middle. Wow. You get Rahm with the right cross and DJ with the uppercut. And we're off to the 16th hole, and DJ is 13 under.
I'll tell you what, this is, I have to be honest, Earl, this is where I miss galleries. Can you imagine the roars? This is like 2 heavyweights going back and forth, and Bill said it. One right cross. It's amazing.
Yeah, all we need is Cosell to call this heavyweight battle. It's been great. DJ back in front. Doug Bell.
Justin Thomas here at 1,656 yards. Can barely see the top of the flagstick. Uphill shot. Flies to the back of the green. Oh, that misses the green. In fact, that is going to be in the shaggy deep stuff just off the back left edge. He doesn't know that until he gets up here, and I'm standing close, and that is not a good lie for JT. That ball took a nosedive.
No, that's never a good lie to be over these greens. The hole is in the, back middle part of the green, but everything is severely downhill from behind this green. It's an elevated green, so that won't be a good spot. You're right, Doug Bell.
Hopefully it won't be much longer before spectators can attend tournaments that we cover. In anticipation of that, Golf Breaks by PGA Tour is running an awesome sweepstakes, offering a chance for 2 people to win a trip to the Players Championship in March. The winner will receive accommodations for 3 nights in Jacksonville, weekend tickets to the tournament, including access to the Captain's Club VIP hospitality on Sunday, and daily transfers to and from TPC Sawgrass. If you want to enter, visit theplayers.com/contest.
You're listening to exclusive coverage of the Tour Championship, the final event of the FedEx Cup playoffs, from historic East Lake Golf Club in Atlanta, Georgia. And as we do at the top and bottom of every hour in our live play-by-play coverage, time now for a leaderboard update brought to you by MasterCard. Tap and go with your MasterCard, the simple, secure way to pay.
What a back and forth right now between Dustin Johnson and Jon Rahm. 3 times on the back nine, Rahm has made a putt to tie it up. 3 times, though, Dustin Johnson has answered.
17 feet here at the par 3 15th. This is again across the green from left to right. Should turn a little bit to his right. This one is down to the cup. Good pace to the cup. That's in the middle. Wow. You get Rahm with the right cross and DJ with the uppercut. We're off to the 16th hole, and DJ is 13 under.
So still a lead for Dustin Johnson. Stays in front by 1 over Jon Rahm. 13 under for DJ. Jon Rahm at 12 under. Justin Thomas -10 and 3 shots back where he started the day, 3 behind DJ. Rory McIlroy shoots 64. He's in with a great start to the week. 9 under for McIlroy now. And then 7 under Sung Jae Im. Abraham Answer tied for 5th. That is now 6 shots back, though.
Yeah, 3 players we want to mention are at 6 under par, tied for 7th. That's Xander Schauffele, who's won this tournament on this golf course. He shot a 3 under par 67. He's finished, so he's in at 6 under par. Brendan Todd, we've talked so much about the incredible comeback here. He's had 2 wins in the fall, 3 other chances to win. He shot also a 67 to get to 6 under par. And then Colin Morikawa, what a young star he is. He is 1 under par, still has 2 holes to play, and that puts him in that tie with Schauffele and Todd at 6 under par.
Path to the PGA Tour in Central Illinois continues with the Lincoln Land Championship presented by LRS this week. Panther Creek Country Club in Springfield, Illinois. Charlie Saxon, who started his week with a 61, is still in front. 5 under 66 in round 2. So Saxon leads at 15 under. Vincent Whaley -12, solo second, and 3 shots back. Bill?
The local IQ Series, an alternative for players impacted by this year's canceled seasons on the PGA Tour's 3 international tours, played just down the road in Alabama this week. It was the Invitational at Auburn University Club. That's about an hour and a half southwest of us in Atlanta. Cooper Musselman claimed the title Thursday with a par on the 4th hole of a sudden death playoff over fellow American Bryson Nimmer. Musselman also picked up 500 race to the Bahamas points, with 2-time winner Nimmer holding a comfortable lead in those standings through 4 events.
And the Canada Life Series, which was created for members of the Mackenzie Tour, PGA Tour Canada, those other players living north of the border after that season was canceled there in southeastern Ontario. For the Canada Life Series at TPC Toronto, and the final round just wrapped up there. Albert Pistorius wins it at 8 under par. Callum Davidson, Andrew J. Funk, Yi Chao of China tied for second at -7. Doug Bell?
Justin Thomas off the back left edge of the screen at 16, 31 feet away. Ball sitting down. Does not use a glove on these field shots. Stance is wide open, blade wide open. Choking down. And the flop up in the air, barely gets on the putting surface, now rolls out through the shadows, now out in the sunshine, about 3 feet away. And from where he is, that's grade A. Well done for Justin Thomas. Needs to roll that in to stay at 10 under par.
Yeah, got away with a mistake there going over the green, and he's going to be able to get out of here most likely with par. These guys are good in every aspect of their game, short game, putting, driving the ball. That's why they're the 30 best so far this year, and that's why they're here at East Lake.
Mark, certainly and rightfully, one of the topics coming into this week after that finish was, what are Dustin Johnson and Jon Rahm going to do to top that playoff in the end? Tell you what, the last hour has been pretty good, Doug Bell.